Hello, I'm Aaron Marino from Alpha M Image Consulting. So by now you have figured out there is something different about my hair. Well, my perceptive friends, 2 months ago I told you I was going to attempt to grow my hair out. Well, since then, the hairstyle and the support you guys have given me has been remarkable. Some of my favorite comments are, Aaron, I want to hump your hair. Or Aaron, your hairstyle makes you look 20 years older. Now, I don't know whether or not to put this in the complaint or the compliment section, but I have interpreted this to mean that my hair makes me look more distinguished. But some of you have not been as happy with the hairstyle and have let me know that my hair indeed is huge and I look like a Jersey girl. And there's also little Lupe from Guatemala who says, Aaron, no me gusta tu pelo. Pelo? I have no idea. But regardless, little Lupe from Guatemala, I appreciate the input. However, today's video is all about how to pick out a new hairstyle. 2 months ago, I made the tough decision to find a new hairstyle. Like many of you, I had my old hairstyle for years, and to be honest, I absolutely loved my short style. But I realized that in life and hair, sometimes change is not only needed, it is essential to staying fresh and current. And so I made the tough decision and decided to bite the bullet. Even though it was going to be at times hard and at other times ridiculously hard, it was time for a change. Now, the first step in finding a new hairstyle is deciding whether or not you want to go with a shorter style, a longer style, or a style that's the same length but just styled differently. Well, for me, shorter wasn't an option because of my cone head-like bump and my Spock-like ears. Genetics was pretty much leading me in the direction that I needed to go. Me, it was longer. So once I made the decision to go with a longer style, I decided to call my friend Steven up, the stylist, to ask him for any advice because this whole longer hair thing was totally new to me. I've had short hair for the past 15 years. Long hair, short hair I can cut, I can do myself, I know what products to use. Longer hair, I have no idea. So I called him up, asked him what I should do, and he said, let it grow. Okay, yeah, I can do that. So that's what I did. For the first month, I let it grow. I had no idea what my ultimate hair goal was. And it was funny. The truth is, people would come up to me and ask me, Aaron, what are you doing with your hair? And I'd say, I have no idea. I'm just letting it grow. So after a month of unbridled growth and bad hair days, I made an appointment and went and got my hair trimmed up and shaped up. And I asked Steven, all right, Steven, what is the next phase of my hair odyssey? Let it grow. And so for the past month, that's what I did. I let it grow and grow and grow. Well, it's time for another shape up. And I also feel that it's time, finally, to figure out and identify the ultimate hairstyle that I'm going for. So now it's time to find my new style. But before you run out and just find a style you like, there are some things that you need to consider. So I thought we'd go over some of the key elements and aspects of picking out a new hairstyle for you. The first thing you need to acknowledge and be aware of is your hair texture. Is your hair thick? Is it thin? Is it wavy? Is it curly? Is it kinky? Is it pencil straight? Basically, your ethnicity is going to play a big role in determining your hair texture, but are you thinning? Are you balding? Do you have much hair? If you've had really short hair, if your hair's been buzzed for a while, give it a few weeks of growth. Let your hair grow in a little bit before ultimately determining what type of hair texture you have. Alright, when I did my hair analysis after a few weeks of growth, I have determined that my hair is thick and has a slight wave to it. It's not real wavy, but it's not pencil straight. The reason why hair texture is so vital to your hairstyle selection success is because think about it. Say I'm looking through cool men's hairstyle on the internet and I find this. And I bring that picture into my stylist. I'm like, Steven, yo, hook me up. He'll be like, dude, I can't hook you up. And even if I could, you would look dirty and not cool. Or maybe I found this picture and I was like, ooh. But my hair texture is not in the slightest bit close to that. So if I tried to do that, I couldn't because it just wouldn't do that. And so, well, I could get a perm. It's an option. So hair texture is probably the #1 aspect that you need to consider when picking out a new style. The other aspect that you need to consider is your hairline. And I don't know if you've ever thought about that before, but your hairline is also going to determine whether or not a style looks better on you or that picture that you're looking at. Even though I may like this style, it probably wouldn't work on me or look as good because I don't have that slight receding hairline. Alright, so once you've identified your hair texture and your hairline, it's time to get busy with some Google searches. And you can get very specific with your Google searches. For me, I did a Google search for pictures of men's medium length wavy hairstyles, and it pulled up a ton of different options. So I looked through them and found 3 that I thought might look good on me or that I would actually like. So I've printed them out, and I'm going to take them to Steven, get my hair trimmed up again because it's been 2 months now, and let him know and see what his ideas are as far as the styles that I pick. So what do you say? Road trip haircut time! Oh, you probably want to see the 3 pictures I picked out, don't you? Alright, Steven, these are the styles. It's sort of... Can my hair do that?
It's all the same.
It's
just style different.
So can we do that?
Yeah. You just have to add some texture into your hair.
Okay.
I like this one the best.
So do I.
Yeah.
But, and that is this one that he's talking about? Yeah, I mean, so... We can do that?
Yes, sir.
Alright, let's do it. I just had a lovely shampoo. Now I'm ready for my sassy new cut. Dyer & Post Salon was named one of the top 100 salons by Elle magazine and InStyle magazine. Steven's the owner.
Was a nice honor.
Good honor. He also sounds like the godfather of hair because he had his thyroid removed. He had actually thyroid cancer a few months ago. So if you can't hear him, that's why. So now Steven's using this razor to go all over my head. He's not cutting any length off. He's keeping the length. But we're going to just, with the razor, break it up and give it more texture. And more definition. If you've never had a razor cut, it's bizarre. This is what the razor looks like, just a little comb. There are certain areas that cut, certain areas that don't.
And now we're just going to apply it on the curl. We're just going to kind of finger it through the hair. Slick it back a little bit. Come forward. Up underneath and back. Pull the sides out a little bit. And then just kind of mess it up and not really do too much to it.
So I'm back from my haircut and feeling sassier than ever. That is actually not true. I have felt sassier before. But Steven's on board with my new haircut selection. He has also given me some great direction as to how to style my hair a little bit better. The first piece of styling advice that Steven gave me with my new hairstyle was don't completely dry my hair when I apply my product. So basically what I was doing before was towel drying, and then with a hairdryer I was blow drying my hair to get it dry. I felt that it was a little bit easier to manage when I put the product in when it was completely dry. However, he said that if I do that, it will continue to look huge and like a pompadour. So what I should do, towel dry it, hit it real light with a hairdryer so that my hair's still damp, and then apply my product. But the product has changed. Before I was using American Crew Fiber. This has a very stiff, strong hold. I have now had to switch to the Forming Cream in the green label. This is a lot lighter, and it's not quite as stiff and rigid. You put this on and it's almost like body lotion or something. It goes in, it does still hold your hair, but it's not as crunchy, it's a lot more forgiving. You can run your hand through it, and it's gonna still look great. So I had to switch product with my new longer hair. But other than that, the only thing I need to do,
let it grow.
I gotta tell you, growing my hair out has not been easy. I have had some really bad days and really close calls. I've been there trimming my facial hair and crazy, random, bizarre thoughts would creep into my head. Would you look at yourself? That looks hard. Your hair is atrocious. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. And you call yourself alpha. You are so beta. Cut it. Cut it. Cut it now. But every day that goes by, it gets a little longer and it gets a little bit more exciting. I actually look forward to fixing my hair now because I never know what I'm going to get. Each day is a little bit different, but you know what? I've enjoyed the process thus far, and it's getting better every day. Okay, let's recap and wrap this mother up. Have you had the same hairstyle for a really long time? It may be time for a change. The first thing you need to do is identify whether or not you're going to go shorter, longer, or possibly the same length, just a different style. Once you've decided that, it's time to hit the internet and do some Google searching. The more specific you are in your search, the happier and the more results that you're actually going to have to look through and choose from. One key element that you need to pay attention to and realize when you're searching is pay attention to your hair texture. So if you've got stringy straight hair, don't do a Google search for guys with afros. Guess what? Those hairstyles may look great on them, but they will never work for you. Be realistic. The other aspect of being realistic is your hairline. If you're thinning or balding, do a search and include that phrase into the search. So if you're looking for a great men's hairstyle and your hairline is receding, you may want to search for pictures, men's hairstyle, receding hairline, and you're going to get a tremendous amount of options. That is the best way to identify hairstyles that you may potentially look great in. And once you've found a style that you absolutely love, find 2 more. Take 3 styles or pictures into your barber or hairstylist to get their input. What you think's going to work the best may actually be the second best. Your stylist may be able to point you in a better direction, but still use the pictures that you brought in as a reference point. And while we're on the topic of going into your salon, the person washing your hair before your haircut is typically not your stylist. Generally, it's an assistant or an intern that's trying to become a hairstylist. Guys, I know you know to tip your stylist, but it's also in good form and shows that you're a classy guy to tip the person washing your hair. Maybe not quite as much as you tip your stylist, but maybe half. Say if you're tipping your stylist $10, give the woman or man who's washing your hair $5. It means a lot to them, and you know what? It shows that you're a classy, decent guy, and they will remember you and give you an extra good scalp massage next time, and it feels so good. And when all else fails and you're really not sure what you're looking for or what will work for you, you can always visit the link below, go to my website, go to virtual services, and go to my virtual grooming service. It's $29, and there you and I together will actually determine what hairstyle or haircut will look best on you. I've got a catalog, and I have found over the years hundreds of different hairstyles for every different hair texture you can imagine. So look me up if you need my help, but I'm sure you can do it on your own, but I'm always here for you. Guys, have a great weekend. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.